Hi, welcome. In this video, again, continuing with board training for Thanos, I'm going to be working on the socialization exercise, again with the focus on his reactivity towards other dogs, again going into the second week, the final week of the board training process. And again, he's has a roommate with him, Pit Bull, Jax. They're hanging out, so again, very helpful in this situation with dogs that have reactivity, to be able to have them alongside each other. But again, with the focus of them being followers. So again, being mindful of how Thanos is investing. So even at moments there where, again, feeding both dogs, Jax in the crate, and Thanos being kind of invested in his food, a little bit of grumbling going on, and me being able to use the remote collar to vibrate with intercepting that state, helping him to not be thinking that way, to be possessive of other dogs' food. And so again, he's settling down really well that way. Again, very agreeable. And so again, this is something, again, getting that exposure this way is very helpful with him in terms of overcoming reactivity with other dogs. And again, on that theme, having Polly out here once again as a helper, and so this time, again, increasing expectations with, again, working on the same type of issue. I'm going to have Thanos out here, and this time, though, the goal is to have Polly loose. So as I walk around here, I'm going to take a trip or two around, again, really laying the foundation, establishing, intercepting, while Polly's inside the crate for a minute. But then once I establish, Thanos, again, the expectation is letting Polly, letting her free, having her kind of moving around as I continue to focus on making sure that Thanos is focused on me. Okay, so again, increasing expectations that way. So again, going to be letting Thanos out here in a second. Again, the same thing holds true. As I let Thanos out, I'm immediately going to move him to the side. Again, right away. Okay, continuing to make sure that he has a proper way of thinking. So again, I'm making sure that I'm intercepting, ongoing, intercepting that state of mind, making sure he's relaxed, making sure he's not focusing in that way. So again, always a great idea to work angles and to continue. Again, this is something that's going to continue to be worked on right until the end of the board training process, and continuing forward from there, again, ongoing as well, in terms of making sure that continue to, have him, perceive other dogs as a follower, making sure the method interactions are still active. So the board training process, again, very helpful to establish that cornerstone, to get that foundation going, in terms of really taking the edge off in terms of how reactive he is to other dogs. So because again, once it's been established, it's there, but then to continue forward, because again, through associations, he goes back to the home environment, he's going to want to kind of put things to the test a little bit. So really making sure that we continue the process forward. So I'm going to get him out here, again, working this method. Again, when I bring him out, put him into a sit position, taking the remote collar off him, because again, that's strictly for using in the crate. Comes out here, again, with control and the moves, again, moving him sideways, putting him into the sit. Again, see right here, what I'm doing here, really putting him to the test here. Same thing, he's protesting a little bit. Because again, understand, this is ongoing. Multiple dogs, same expectation for all dogs. And so, again, wanting him to understand and coming to agreement, signing off on the fact that no matter what dog it is, I'm in control. So I see he's protesting a little bit. Not liking, again, still not liking, but not going into a high level of conflict with me. Okay, so again, just a matter, so see, he's opposite here. I'm going to move here a little more quickly than before. I'm going to move forward here. Again, going to make a trip around here. Okay, I'm going to put some down pressure on him. So he's easing it down, want to relax. Stress a little bit. Again, this is something, again, working through it. You know, he's got to work through this. Again, I remain constant, firm. Anything stands up here, I'm going back and put it down. So kinetically here, I'm working his mind. Really going to assert here to get him down. It's one of these moments where he's like, you know what? I'm going to push through because Dale's really putting a lot of expectation on me this final week here. And I want to be able to at least for the little Polly, be able to do what I want to do. So you see here, I put a little bit more on him to get him down. Because again, this is one of those kind of little moments here where you have to kind of push through it. Not meant to hurt him, it's meant to push through a little bit. It's like having a little bit of a spoiled child moment. His tail's wagging here, but this is just about control and him wanting to be expressing dominance here. Sit, bring him back up, move forward here with him. Again, right here by Polly. Just taking my time. Again, I'll let her out on as I make my lap around here. But I want to do it when he's not so invested. So I'll let her out here in a moment. Taking my time. Notice no petting, no talking with him, negotiation, nothing like that. There's no talking, everything has to follow in terms of being assertive leadership. So it's a language of the method, okay? The intent. He knows what I'm doing. As I'm moving the leash, as I'm taking control, that's right here, see I interrupt a little bit. He knows what I'm doing. So I'm intercepting. So even that, see that head turns in a little bit here. See that? Buckling, buckling, buckling. And there is, of course, he has to work through this. But working through it means I'm still in full control. So, it's accommodating that way. I'm not trying to overwhelm him at times, but I'm always in control. So, taking my time here, working up to, again, the moment of release of letting her out. So when I let her out, same thing, I'm going to come right over here near the edge of the cage, open the door, move him forward. She's released. Now this is going to, again, create another scenario here where he's going to escalate here a little bit. So I come back in there again and say, you know what? I don't want to play this game, but I'm in full control here. And then move forward. And that's fine. Her going in there like that, see, I can call her out. Polly, come out. Polly, come. So when she comes over here a little bit, I'm just prepared. Same thing, I'm going to move to the side here a little bit. In case he wants to really lash out a little bit here, keep this safe. So I'll move him a little bit. See, I'll move him a little bit. So you do this little thing. If you don't have the trust here, and you're like saying, you know what, I'm not really sure what he's going to do here yet. He's a little tense. Then I'm not trying to encourage her to come over any closer. Probably crazy. Crazy. And so therefore, I'll move her away for a minute. I feel like it's kind of like shark bait, kind of look at her. So he knows she's loose. So this escalates it here a little bit. This really increases a little bit more expectation on him, which is good. He needs this. This is kind of pushing the envelope. So I won't get her right over here next to him. I would just, so I just want her to be free in this exercise. And with me right in total control here, intercepting him. See, I'm really challenging him. But I can sense how much he's trying, his mind's trying to shift. Same thing, move over here. Same thing. Have to be kind of assertive here, a couple moments here. She's going back in. Same thing, goes back over here. I'm going to assert another down onto him. Just lock my shoulder blade in, just push him, but not hard. Last one there, I kind of pushed through that a little bit because I knew that was a moment I kind of need to get that in. Here, I'm just working more towards just collapsing his mind, more just buckling. So I'm just taking my time here with the down. See that? So there, just a nice, just a collapse. So understand, there's moments where, again, you'll see me be a little bit more assertive with Thanos in a certain moment because I know it's needed, okay? Within that moment itself, as I'm kind of setting up the theme here a little bit. But then as things go along here, I'll kind of level out a little bit here too. Because again, understand there is some working through. There's moments of kind of being a little bit more assertive, just like a parent. Still within the context of what's reasonable, but there's moments where you have to be a little bit more assertive because you know you can get away with it, you know it's a needed moment. And then times where, again, just like having a conversation where it's just like more normalized, more leveled out, just like here. More leveled out here. So again, what right here, and again, as I'm doing this, I'm just assessing how calm he's getting, you know, if he's whining, you know, if he just, I just want him to relax. Because he's aware that she has freedom now, okay? You know, dogs know, he knows that. So this kind of will, again, more opportunity for him because he's thinking, well, maybe, you know, I can kind of, you know, get away with some stuff here if just things go down a certain way. So again, when you realize where a dog's at, this is why when I'm doing this, you know, this exercise with Polly being free, depending on his level, I won't encourage her to get too close. Okay, I want her, because again, I understand kind of where I'm at. That comes after, okay? You'll see a video of me here in another day or so, sitting down on a chair out here, and you know, beginning to really work on this even more. So this is again progressive. I'm going to bring them up again. Sit. I'm going to bring her forward. Polly, come. Come on over. What do you think? Come here, Polly. Come. So he senses she's right here. This will kind of, so when another dog comes around behind, now I'll move him away. See, same thing. He realizes she's behind him. Now this can really flame a dog up. You know, dogs don't like, again, especially when they're holding a level of control, they don't like other dogs coming up behind them. But this is where, again, having an awareness here of what I can get away with. So I'm not going to bring her too close. I just want him to feel her kind of behind him so that, again, this kind of increases, again, expectations. I'm going to put down pressure on him again. Now, he'll kick up harder for this down here because he knows that she's, there we go. That was great. He knows that she's right there, and this will kind of get him, but this is great. I mean, understand that the fact that he was really agreeable to going down like that is a great sign with Polly in behind him free like that. Because most dogs, when they're really dog reactive, they don't like that at all. Now, he's protesting a little bit, but he's still very agreeable. That's a good sign. So, but here, I'm not going to get, when he's like this, understand, it's all about success. So if I have a good moment like that, I'm not going to try and encourage her to move up here. I'm happy with her just staying right there for the moment. Okay? When you do something like this, You want to do this in a way that people win. Because it's all about knowing just where to kind of find where that line is at. So right here, the line's right there. I don't want to, I want for him to just relax, work through it. I don't want to try to incite him, because having her come up here might be reasonable, but not a good idea right yet. Okay, this is great. Everything's working fantastic for him, because this is about him just saying, hey, I'm in, for me, saying I'm in control. Polly's out, yeah, she's loose, but don't worry about her. I'm in control. And you're going to let Polly come over, and at some point, Polly wants to get up and jump on your back. You're going to let that happen too. So this is all about me, again, dictating the terms, but again, also there has to be an awareness as to where I'm at. Because this is some working through here. We're going from, high level dog reactivity, high level of him investing control, to this type of picture happening here. We have to do it kind of stages, a little bit at a time. So again, this is great. Get back up to a sit. Move around again here a little bit. Again, just try and look over to her. I'm just nudging him out of that. Nudging him out. The same thing, now here's the same thing. If I'm coming here like this, and she's there, I'm not going to walk straight in here yet, because I don't want to open that picture up like that too much. This is where things can go haywire for people. If, take your time. If you walk straight in and visually open that window up too long for, see this? See how he's looking over? It's better to stop at an angle and just wait. Because here's the thing, as I'm doing this, this is like having a conversation, because now he's going to try to pivot his head, and then I'm able to tell how invested he is. But if I just walk forward without thinking about that, he could really ramp up quickly, and really things can escalate. So here, always better just to stop. He's at an angle. It's the same scenario I do for petting dogs for the human in terms of the push-pull exercise. But here, again, how agreeable it is, how much he's trying to swivel his head tells me how invested he is. But just taking my time before I move forward. Now, here's the same thing. I'm going to move forward. I just move forward, open that window up, and I turn again.